so I'm headed to Lake Wales, Florida, to Weikert Ford, which is it's about, what is it, an hour and 45 minutes south of where I live. And the reason why I come here is Justin Lands, my guy, he just gets it. Like, I'm gonna drop his Tahoe off. I called him and said, look, I'm stressing out. I haven't washed the Tahoe. It's been decontaminated here recently, and I put some reload on it, but I haven't washed it. He's like, don't even worry about it. We're not even going to look at the thing. We know it's yours. It's going to be dialed in. And so the beauty of the relationship I have with this dealership now is that they just get it. It's the same place that I got my GT350 from, that I traded my GT350 to, that Adam LZ bought the GT350 from. Adam LZ also bought his Ford F250. We're just going there because, even though it's far out of the way, because it's I don't know, the guys just get it, and I don't have to play the games or do any kind of battling. So, and they give me a great, you know, a very reasonable price on trading a vehicle. So I'm gonna take you through, probably on the drive home, hopefully I can process it all, but I'm gonna take you through all the numbers and specifics and reasons why. And so I'm going, the Raptor's 2018 Lightning Blue. We're going to go through all the details of it over the course of the next months as I make videos. But Michelle's getting my 2013 Raptor. I'm getting the new Raptor, and we'll probably flip back and forth. So we'll both be sharing the Raptors depending on what we're doing, what I'm hauling, or what, you know, who's driving where. But anyway, I think the key to this whole process is, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a bit more of a process around me doing stuff like this, because the lesson I've learned from buying 5 cars, or having 5 cars, and now working my way back down to having 1 for Michelle and probably 2 for me, is that, you know, I've been a bit jaded. Like, I haven't been able to enjoy the process of owning this stuff. And so I've got to figure out a way to make sure that, like I bought and ordered the Raptor in like 15 minutes, and I don't think that's the way it's supposed to be. Maybe, at least that's the way, not the way I want it to be. I want to really enjoy the process. I want to give myself the ability, the room to obsess over the stuff, because that's what I really enjoy in this life. Is if I am going to pursue something so materialistic but expensive, I find that I enjoy the process more if I insulate or build some sort of system around how I'm doing that, because I've been so fortunate. So much has happened so quickly that I haven't enjoyed this process as much. And so I'm gonna talk a little bit about that and what I intend to do and how I intend to do it on the way home as I'm sharing my initial thoughts of the truck. So anyway, I'm about 35 minutes from Lake Wales, from Weikert Ford. I'll come back to you when I get there, and we'll do a full delivery video. I'll have Justin go over the numbers so you can see what the data looks like, and I'm gonna get a check back because I own both of these cars. I own the GT350 and this. I own them outright, and so I'm going to talk about that a little bit here, and probably on the way home talk a little bit about, you know, financing versus owning, and what my thoughts are on that. So I'll see you in a minute, and we'll check out the truck. All right, we're here. I saw it as I was driving by. I think it looks sick. You know, one thing that occurred to me, which I'm going to talk about on the way home, is that I didn't wake up at like 2 in the morning all excited, and so that's where I'm talking about, and I don't want you to misconstrue my thankfulness in this world, but I think again, I think that if you're buying a car, it's a new car, or it's a car that you really like or really wanted, I think you need to accept the fact that you're going to be kind of stressed out a little bit. You're going to be a little, you know, excited the night before, and so this is how I know that my priorities are a little out of whack, and that I just went to bed like normal, and I'm going to go pick up a Raptor today. So now I'm reminded of how awesome an experience like this, if you've ever gotten to experience a purchase of a new car like this, it's awesome. It's something that you really should take the time to appreciate. Well, that's not my GT350, but it's just like what mine was. there's the Raptor. Looks sweet. Dang, thing looks way better in blue than I even thought. I'm glad that's the color I chose. Anyway, let's go meet up with Justin. Yeah, I'm glad I got blue. So this is car number 2 from here, right?
That's it.
You didn't touch it, right?
Didn't touch it.
No one washed it.
All the stickers.
No one
washed it. That's it. The only thing I did is I drove it a couple miles down the road, filled it up with fuel.
I like that.
That was it.
Got me some 93, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go check it out. Yeah, I'm glad I decided to do the applique, they call it. Yeah. It just looks a little weird without it because it matches all the plastic here. I mean, I did the base wheels because I'm gonna end up doing methods anyway, so it really doesn't matter.
Make it look like 13.
Yeah. Sweet. Didn't I do a bed cover?
I think so. It comes separately. It's probably in the office.
Gotcha. So this is good. There's dirt on it. That's what I want to see. That means no one touched it. I'll be chopping this front bumper off too.
Let me go find it. There's the key.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, so Justin's going to get my bed cover dialed in. So there's the options. So I did 802A, which is the full package. Wheels. I decided to do all the towing monitoring and all that stuff as well. I didn't do a sunroof because I'm too white for that. The sun destroys me. Wow, they put $1,300 on these things now for delivery. That's crazy. Sick. Thing's awesome. And again, I decided to do the base wheels instead of the beadlock version because I'm going to be taking those off anyway. I'm sure I'll do an options video. Love it. Everything's nice and covered up like it's supposed to be, so that way I get to take this stuff off. I obviously didn't do any of the orange accents or carbon fiber. It smells new. This is great. Bed liner's awesome. Glad I did the factory bed liner. The tricky part's gonna be dealing with this turbo sound. We'll find out if we're giving this to Michelle or not. He's taking it back to put the bed cover on. He looks sick. That's cool. Oh man, this is great. Back seats on these things are just incredible. How much room there is. So I'm gonna pull the other cover off the other seat and pull the plastic off. I like to pull all this stuff off, that way I know no one's messed with it. I get all the rubber mats, front plate frame. Gosh, that Ford factory bed liner is so nice. Oh yeah, that's nice. So I decided to do the step, the step that I'm now scarred for life. So I ended up doing that after all. That's where my shin here, right here, is now scarred because I did one of these where I was standing here and I stepped down backwards and hit my shin right on the edge here. I'll never do that. Well, hopefully never do that again. Yeah, I was torn on this step because of my my scar on my leg from doing it on the other one. But man, this Ford factory bed liner is really nice.
Yeah, it's much better than an aftermarket.
Yeah, they kill it on that.
And what's cool is when you order it from the factory too, they add that little Ford applique right there.
Yeah,
because that's normally not there if you didn't have it straight from the factory. It's a totally different texture compared to any aftermarket.
Yeah, it's so nice. And then what the heck are those?
So those are your additional tie-down cleats.
Is that what those things are on the side?
Correct. So they come with their own key, so you can strap them in and lock them in for 4 additional tie-downs, a little higher than what your normal 4 lower ones are.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, lower ones are right here. And then you have the bed lights, which is
correct. You
a
can
new
turn
thing
them on from inside the cab, or you can turn them on from back here, on and off.
Shoot, that's sweet. All right, you brought me some stuff, so I
brought
the
you 2
GoPro.
different things because I didn't know what.
There's the key and the manual. Sweet. All right, so here's the numbers. Right, so we purchased it what for 67, right? Mm-hmm. And then I traded in 2 cars. So how does that? So I know how this worked, but just for the sake of the video, tell me how this works. So the GT350 I sold to you for 52 grand. Mm-hmm. You took the car. You held the money in escrow, correct, per se. And so how do dealerships, like, you gave me a receipt showing that I gave you the car and the title and all of that, and then I'm trading the Tahoe today, right?
Yes. Basically, the state of Florida, obviously, you always pay sales tax on the selling price of the vehicle. Mm-hmm. If you've already bought a vehicle, you've already paid sales tax on that vehicle. So whatever you paid for, you get credit back on that for whatever that amount is. Mm-hmm. So obviously, your 2 vehicles was worth more than the truck that you're buying. So there's not going to be any sales tax on this particular purchase because you've already paid sales tax on both of those cars.
Right. So I sold the one for 38 and the other for 52. So there's $90,000, the purchase price of the truck.
And that's why you see there's a negative trade difference of 22,225 there.
Gotcha. And then we have our normal fees, right? And so then there's my money back to me after registration, tag transfer, and all that stuff.
Correct.
And so not all states do that, right? I mean, is that
correct?
Right. Yeah. Some states have a different process, and then ours is the way it works would be it would be 6%, and then our county tax is 1%.
Correct.
But don't they? So let's say that I just came and bought the truck, I'd pay 6% on that plus 1% up to $50. Or so.
Well, for every 0.5%, it's because you can go up to, I believe, 7% is the most in the state of Florida. Mm-hmm. But for every 0.5% that it goes up, it's max after $5,000. It's maxed at $25 per 0.5%.
Right. So in this case, it'd be $50 more. Correct. So it'd be 6% plus $50 that I'm saving. And so on a $67,000 car, that's $4 grand. $4 grand in tax savings. So I would have to sell my cars outright, and this is the part that people don't understand. Like, if I sold my cars privately, one, there's always risk there, right?
Correct.
Somebody either has to give the title up or give the money up.
Correct.
First, unless you hire some sort of escrow agent. And so let's say I'm shipping the car across the country, they're giving me the money, they don't have the car. Or, so you have to play all these weird games. So I like to just come here, you guys give me a fair price. It's certainly going to be less than what, or in most cases will be less than what I would sell at private party.
Absolutely.
But then I save the $4,000 in tax, save the risk, save the pain.
Correct.
I mean, I'm literally walking in here, giving you the truck, and I'm out of here in 15 minutes.
Right.
Versus going through a whole process.
Exactly.
So that's why I did that. So.
And then plus 2, we go into a dealer, we handle all the tag title work, so there's no, you don't have to go down to the DMV, wait in line for all that stuff.
Right.
I mean, it's in and out like you said.
Anyway, so there's the numbers. So part of the advantage of getting all your paperwork and everything ahead of time, I sent Justin my license and the title, sent him all that stuff. I'm literally in here signing in 6 minutes, done. Done with everything. So now I'm just gonna hang out, wait for them to do the bed cover, and that's it. Tahoe's gone. GT350's gone, although that was gone weeks ago. I traded that in, pre-traded that in, which we just talked about. So we'll jump in the truck and talk about it as we drive away. All right, so we did so this is a Ford accessory bed cover, not the Ford OEM or the one that you can buy as an option. Sorry, I should have shown you guys a picture of it, but the option, the factory option bed cover, like, sticks out like almost an inch and a half, and I was like, that thing's junk. So Justin went back and fixed this for me, put the flush Ford accessory cover on, which was way better, and we'll see if I like this or not. But anyway, I'm gonna get the heck out of here. This is awesome. Anyway, thanks, brother, for your time. Thanks for all your help on this.
No problem. Thanks for another delivery.
Come see Justin. Let's keep him number one.
Let's do it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, brother. What happens when the force pulls you back, your foot naturally comes off the gas. You have to keep your foot to the floor, foot to the floor.